story is about a guy named Ethan White who comes from a world where we've deforested the planet and there's no more breathable oxygen. One day he gets called up into the big office upstairs and they say to him, you have to go off and save the world. They've received a message from the future that says, send Ethan White.
The year 2067, oxygen has been used up on planet Earth. Everyone has to wear sort of respirators and what have you just to breathe whatever little oxygen they have. And over-industrialised future, humanity's on the brink of falling over and not being able to get back up. It's a climate science fiction, time travel, thriller.
The world is dying and we're running out of oxygen and there's no trees, plant life left, and humanity is having to find a way to survive in an environment that is no longer supporting us. Ethan, the lead in the film, is kind of hand-picked to be the world's saviour. And so Ethan goes on this journey of discovery to find out not only who he is, what he's meant to be, what he's meant to become, and try and save the planet and humanity.
It's about this idea that if we just learn to sacrifice for each other as a society and as human beings, that maybe we can move forward and do great things together. And the reason that it's a sci-fi film is really just a vessel for that message.
What I love about science fiction is, I guess it's escapism. It's a glimpse at what the future could hold. There's a big contrast in that the world and the scope of the story is massive, but it's really an intimate story about Ethan trying to save his wife.
I think it has quite a few hallmarks of classic sci-fi, noir and thriller genre, but for me the most important thing was making sure we always kept on to the human element, and it was always about the characters and about their story, and we saw into their eyes when we wanted to. We used colour to help to illustrate the emotions that they were going through.
The story of this film projects an awful world where there's no oxygen to breathe, and that is dire. I hope that when people see this film, they'll think a lot harder about their choices and what those consequences are.
I think we're at just a pivotal point of human history. We're at the extinction point.
For me, the film is about fate versus faith. It's about this idea that do we succumb to this fatalistic attitude? Looking out into the world, it seems like there's nothing that individuals can do to affect the greater good, or do we have faith that we can affect real change and save the planet, but also save ourselves in the process and live harmoniously with the planet? Maybe actually having faith in each other is actually what we need. That's kind of what his character's about, and all the relationships in the film are about. They're all different angles on that one narrative. And they're all valid points of view. One thing that I would say to you is that when I started writing this film 10 years ago, a lot of the concepts were really sci-fi. The idea that we would need masks to breathe is very scary to me. I had this bad joke that the film isn't going to be a film, it's going to be a documentary. It's a terrible joke, but yeah, we have to make change, people, please.
If there's one thing that I would love for everyone to walk away from this film with, it would be hope.